This is podcast number 3, September 18, 2023. Okay, so here's the updates. I took the phone to a person who could fix it, and they fixed it. And so that took up about 4 hours of my time today, trying to find someone who could fix my phone, and then getting it fixed. So, not cool. I mean, not cool. And my guys tell me we got one in this morning that will make you happy. It will make your heart happy. This man says she's not leaving, and he goes, "You're kidding?" And he goes, "No, they tried to kidnap her last night, and she's not leaving." And he goes, "This woman's courage and her faith is inspiring to me, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her that she made that decision." And he said, "Well, she slept in her car again. He made her sleep in her car again last night." And he goes, "Oh my God." And he goes, I gotta hang up because I'm gonna go throw up. That makes me sick. I don't understand why he does that to her. And he goes, because she won't subjugate. She won't do what he wants her to do. And he goes, I understand that, but why is he asking her to do this stuff? Why? Her courage is amazing. Her faith is amazing. It inspires me. It blesses me. And to know that he made her sleep in her car again upsets me. And I truly got to hang up because I'm truly going to throw up. I think it is awful that he puts her through that. I don't understand it. I really don't. She didn't want him up here. She came here to be with her family and have no further dealings with him. And this guy's come up here and he's just been horrible to so I have to hang up the phone because I'm literally going to barf. I got to go throw up. And he hung up the phone. My guy goes, he kept saying he was proud of you and that your courage was inspiring and amazing to him, and that your faith in God was amazing to him. And so you need to understand that you are bringing that to this situation. This state of Oklahoma has had these people who are very, very cruel and very, very powerless and impotent and weak, who have bullied and ruined and raped and robbed and bullied and robbed and ruined, that Charles is a part of. And he, of course, is much worse than they are, actually, believe it or not. And it's exhausting for the rest of everybody else. There's your weirdo crowd, there's your cruel crowd, and you all sit around in a meeting and you decide you're cool and you're great and you're wonderful, and I'm going to do this, and we're going to subjugate her, and we're going to make her destitute so she has to eat out of a dump, so she's going to do what we say, by God. On, and the arrogance and the, everybody's go fuck yourself and your rights. It's about, we're going to stomp all over you and you're going to like it. Bullshit that everyone is tired of, that gets you ratted out, and we find out what you said behind my back. So, Mr. Perry has Huntington's disease and he's not all there. Officially diagnosed, not all there. Now, I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you, but when you have given, when you're quoted this many times a day for years, what is it you think that's happening for? What is it you think we're going to do with that information? Why is it that we keep getting help and you're not? Are you that dumb? Were you just born like that? Or it's not even serving you. When you contact me, Mr. Perry, we get more intel. Because I asked you not to do that. I don't want anything to do with you. I've not done anything to any of you. I came here to get away from Mr. Perry and his crime and his rape and his robbery, and everything is a thing, and everything's a problem, and everything's an ordeal, and everything's drama, and I hate it. And he's very cruel, and I fucking really hate that. I would not go out with a man who would put a woman out on the street. I told you repeatedly, I don't do canned food, guy. What part of that are you not getting? I don't do Peep and Tom. What part of that are you not getting? It is illegal to do both. It is illegal to traffic. So we get it. You sold me to Larry, Houston realtor guy. That is illegal. That is a crime, and it's a heinous one. And you got a list of people who want their money. Also heinous. You're getting told on. We're getting the help. We know what you said behind my back. You don't know what we say in our meetings behind yours, do you? No. So is it really serving you when you plan all this shit and it doesn't work out? Because I find out before, like last night, the plane and the kidnapping, and we put it out before, and the McNamara email, and we put it out before, and on. And I mean, it's every day. Get her a bus pass. Don't let her go back to New Mexico. Tell her she has to leave Oklahoma and she can't come back. Tell her she can only finish school if she goes with Charles. And that's bullshit, and we know it. We all know that's not true. School can wait till you're in jail, if need be, if you're going to butt into stuff that doesn't concern you. So stalking is a felony. Peeping, hacking, all that. It's all crime. It's all shit. People don't like it when you do that. That's why they made it a crime. That is deviant behavior. A civilized, normal group of people said, we're not tolerating that. We're not going to have that. Not here. We're a civilized society. We don't behave that way. So if you do it, you go to jail. Stalking, hacking, perjury, suborning perjury, witness tampering, on and on, retaliation. Now, we can tell whose side is on who when I'm interacting with someone, because if they're on your side, they're an asshole to me. If they're on my side, they're not. Now, you guys are all excited for me to go back to Sapulpa. Those guys in Sapulpa will get her. Will they? Do they know that you've said that about 100 times a day for months? The guys in Sapulpa will get me. And then do what? Everything that gets you guys told on because everybody's sick of the cruelty and the the horrifying and the terrorizing. Are they sick of it? What is wrong with you? It's not even serving you. Charles, I will never go anywhere with you. My choice will always be dumpster over you, because you're the kind of man that would make me make that choice. Now, as to my family, if my family could have sat me down and said, what is it that you want? At which time I would have said, not Charles Perry. He's a cruel piece of shit. There's a lot of things about the guy you know nothing about. You need to trust me. Stay away from him. He will rip up everybody's life. So stay away from him. He's a monster. Look at what he's done to me now. Looking back, does he seem like a really nice guy? No. The guy fucking tried to kidnap me last night. Using DoorDash, hacking illegal access and use of an electronic device to facilitate trafficking and a kidnapping and a rape. I'm not gonna suck your dick. It's never gonna happen. I'll kick your balls into your brains if you get anywhere near me. Do you understand? That's the way I've always felt. That's the way I will always feel. The more cruel you get, the more I feel that way. The more you bother me, the more I feel that way. You're not good enough. You'll never be good enough. You're too stupid. You're too pathetic. You're too pussy. And you're too mean. And we're all tired of it. You're a butt-in. You're nosy. You're lazy. You're a pervert. You're a deviant. And I said no to you. Do you retaliate against women and beat women down? Vote for me. I beat women down till they're nothing. They're eaten out of a dumpster because they said no to me. I have power. Look what I can do and get away with. Go hold a press conference and tell everybody, because you make sure I hear that every day. Right? You're powerful, Perry. Look what I can do and get away with. I can kill a cop. I can make you broke. I can run your family off. Look what I can do and get away with. Right? Hold a press conference and tell everybody how you like to beat down and abuse women and children and starve us into subjugation. Do it. I dare you. Do it. Okay? You want to tell people? Tell people. I'm powerful. This is what I can do to a woman, one woman. Hire about 20 guys where we all sit around in a meeting. Hire about 20 sadists just like me, 20 deviants just like me. We all sit around in a meeting and figure out how to beat her down till she's eating out of a dumpster and sleeping under a bridge. And then we laugh. That's the kind of guy I am. Vote for me. I'm a Christian too, by the way. Yeah. Tell us all again, Mr. Perry, what you can do and get away with. Okay? I don't care what you think. I did not ask you, Connie. What I asked you to do is fuck the hell off and stay the fuck away from me. If my family likes you that much, they can have you. They welcomed you into their lives. They welcomed you into their homes, and they shoved me right out the door. I've not talked to my cousin and his wife for 4 years. I've not talked to my aunt for 4 years. You made that choice. Okay? You want them as your family, have it. Go for it. What I'm supposed to do is not contact my family. Okay? What they said is, the guys that are helping me, they told me you wanted to I didn't get a call from my cousin or my uncle last night that said, don't go to the airport. He's going to try to kidnap you. Did they call me? No, they did not. Are they calling me now going, I'm sorry you slept in your car last night. Why don't you come over and eat dinner? Why don't you come spend some time with your family? We love you. They're not doing that. No. So, there's nothing that they would have to say that I would want to hear, Mr. Perry, because you do the scripts and the role playing, and here's what you're to say to her. Tell her she has to leave Oklahoma and she can't come back. Tell her if she doesn't come with me, she can't finish school. Oh, watch me. Watch me, you little bitch. Who is it you think you're talking to? Because I found out about the kidnapping last night. You know why? Your cruelty. Your cruelty. You're getting told on. You're getting ratted out. We're not. We don't have leaks, sir. You do. You guys all seem very confused as about who has the upper hand. We control the flow of information, not you. And if that means I got to sleep in my car and eat out of a dumpster to control that information, because that information has more valuable than you will ever know, it will end this forever. What is it you think we're going to do with it? We get it before you do it, not after. What is it you think? I've told you we're going to use it to put you in jail, and this is over. There is no more problems and drama. There is no more suffering and loss. There is no more terrorizing. It's over. You're gone. People don't like problems or those who cause them. We're getting that kind of information, and you're not. You're not getting the information. We are. You're not getting the help with that. We are. Take the fucking hint already, dum-dum. All of you. Charles has a mental illness. What's your excuse? The rest of you, what's your excuse? What is it you think we're doing with this? Huh? You tell us. I'm telling you, we're going to use it to put you in jail, and this is done. No more terrorizing. No more cruelty imposed on other people who've not done a damn thing to you at all. It's over. We're done. Okay? There won't be any more imposing your will on the rights of other people. The moral and legal rights of other people. Mr. Perry, wake up. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Wake up. It's not my responsibility to explain to you what's happening. Your lack of grasp on reality is off the charts weird. It is. I can say I can daydream that I have $3 million in my checking account and then go to Dillard's and try to buy a $5,000 pair of shoes. Is it Dillard's fault when my card declines? You have made up something in your head that is bullshit, and it's fucking embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. No one asked you what you think. You don't even know what you're saying. You don't have any idea what's happening, do you? And it's not my responsibility to explain it, Mark. I'm not a nurse, Mark. And I'm not a special education teacher. I didn't even know how to deal with this shit. You get a nurse, you get a specialist to explain how bad this is that we have all this. And that I found out he wanted to kidnap me last night before I took the order, where I had to go to the airport for the first time ever. I got an airport order. You guys have twice been talking about using DoorDash to get me to the airport. Twice. The first time I just didn't take the order. This time I took the order because they did it different. They bundled it in 2 orders, really. It was not just 1 order, it was 2. I had 2 pickups and 2 deliveries in the same order. They bundled it. Charles, when you contact me, sir, we always get more information about what you're trying to do to hurt me. It doesn't even serve you, dum-dum. It makes every part of my skin crawl. I fucking can't stand it. I don't care what you think, and nobody understands why the fuck you think I do. So, the little thing you tried to do last night, what would have happened to me had I gone and taken that order? Because you bundled them this time, because the first time I just wouldn't take it, right? And we had already, I think we had an airplane email then too, or a text or something. And so you tell me, what would have happened to me, Calvin, Lucius, Bencourt, had I taken the fucking order? Would I've been, in, Colombia, traffic to, Houston guy pays the money, but I don't think he understands he's not getting the goods. We hear you we can't give her poison because she's a rapid metabolizer this morning. She's a rapid metabolizer, and she'll figure out we put something in her drink and she'll pour it out and then won't drink enough for it to kill her. We heard you this morning. Because people are sick of your cruelty. They're sick of it. This is the airport order. Yeah, what they were really going to do, though, is have her, as soon as she's walking in towards the airport, throw her in the back of a van, take her behind the airport, and put her on his plane. And that's it. She's gone forever. Family, do you give a fuck? You didn't call me about this. Did you know? But the people that did call me about this, that's who I trust. They have my best interests at heart, or they wouldn't have told me about this, would they? Okay, they're talking to other people, though. They're not sitting there next to you in your meeting, are they? And they're telling me what you're saying, so they're getting that somehow. Maybe a leak. Maybe it started out as a leak and it went to a wiretap order because the leak gave probable cause. I don't know. I'm not part of that process. What I do know is I found out before again. And we've been over this and over this and over this for years. Day after day after day after day, we quote everything you say. Because people are sick and tired of your cruelty. All of you. Sick and tired of it. He made her sleep in the car again. Oh my God. I have to hang up because I'm going to throw up. You're shitting me. Nope. Oh my God. Why in the world does he do that to her? I would pick a dumpster over you any day of the week because you're the kind of man that would do that. And you do it for sport. And you want everybody to know you have that kind of power. To do that to a woman. Or that to a child. And get away with it. So hold a press conference and tell everyone what you do. And now they should vote for you. That you hate women with a seething hatred because your mommy humiliated you as a kid. And now you just beat us down and beat us down and beat us down. And if we don't suck your dick, you're going to show us. You got to leave Oklahoma. And yeah, we're like, wow. See, we know you said that behind my back. So that cruelty upset a lot of people. Because it got to me. And it has every day for 10 years. And you don't know what it means that that's happening? Dum-dum. And when I say dum-dum, I mean as a group, collectively dum-dum. Not just Mr. Perry. Because there's a whole group of you that act like this. Depraved, demented deviants. Oklahoma's sick of it, by the way. Outside of your little group of strangos who are all on the list of, I'm going to get some money out of this, is everybody else. Normal people can't fucking understand why anybody would act like that or do that. So your cruelty gets us information. I did get my phone fixed, Mr. Barry, and you took up 4 hours. You took up 4 hours of my time. 4 hours of time I could have been making money. You do that every day pretty much. And we're all sick of it. I didn't invite you to Oklahoma. You helped yourself to my family in Oklahoma. You helped yourself to my time in Oklahoma. You helped yourself to things that don't concern you and needled around in my business. And whoever this was, I don't know who this was, but I think it's probably the general consensus of everybody. Here's the thing, she didn't invite him here. So why is he here? Or Oklahoma. She didn't invite him to Oklahoma, so why is he in Oklahoma? And he won't leave. And he's caused such devastation to her life. It's awful. It's upsetting to look at. And he seems not to care, and that bothers me. And what bothers me even more is that he seems not only not to care, but almost anxious and giddy about doing something worse. So I'm very concerned about the depravity of mind that I'm seeing come out of Mr. Perry and his friends and his colleagues and his associates, because it's not normal to do that. It's outside social norms, it's outside the law, and it's bothersome. It's kind of disturbing, I think. So I think that I'm noticing this. Aren't you noticing this? And the response was a male voice, and he said, well, yeah. And he goes, you need to talk to him. He cannot continue to do this. He cannot continue to do this. My answer, Charles, the answer is no. Why would you want to? What is wrong with you that you would want to? And the answer is no. And you need to respond like you understand what I just said. You're in a lot of trouble. But you're mentally ill, and so you clearly have no idea. You clearly have no idea what it means that we know about this. We knew about it before you did it. And you've talked about it twice. And the first time, I just didn't take the order. And so you got wise to that. So you bundled it the second time. When you do a DoorDash order, you will see the general vicinity of the order. You don't have an address, just the general area. You're looking at the money. Is it worth the money to drive to that general vicinity? Yes or no? Yes. Then you hit, I'm arrived at the store, and then it shows you a name and what they ordered. No address and no drop-off instructions are visible. Then you are handed the food, and you hit confirm pickup. At that point, you can then see this. Now you have an address, but not before. And now you have the drop-off instructions, but not before. So until I actually picked up the food, and then after that, you can't unassign it. You can't dump the order. You can dump the order before you actually hit confirm, pick up the food. But once you hit confirm pickup, you're stuck with it. So after I hit confirm pickup, and they know this because they hacked my app, they use it to coax me to the airport or down street XYZ so cop ABC can pull me over. Yeah, broken down to pull her over. Okay, this right here, then you can see where you're going. Exactly. Before that, you don't really know. You have a general idea. I'm going to, it looks like the intersection of Sheridan and 4th Street, or Sheridan and 81st. But you don't have an address. You don't know it's Walmart or, whatever. You don't know where you're going exactly, just the general area. Until you hit confirm, pick up the food, you don't know. So until I picked up that food, and now I'm stuck with it, I didn't see this. I didn't know I was going to the airport. And he bundled it with something else. The first time they tried that, I didn't take the order because of it was close to the airport. And they had just been recorded then talking about get her on a plane, kidnap her. Kidnapping's a crime, dum-dum. You know why it's a crime? People don't like it when you do that. You listen to the words I'm saying because you guys don't have a grasp on reality. We are quoting you every day. You're not quoting us. Charles, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, weirdo. You don't even make sense. Stop embarrassing me. Stop embarrassing me. I don't like you. Fuck off. Get away from me. Stop embarrassing me. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're told on. You embarrass everybody. You got a problem, and you don't know that. It's embarrassing to fucking everybody. Get some help. I don't care what you think. I never asked you. I said stay away from me, didn't I? That's what I asked you. Why can't you just go be normal? Why can't you see how much everybody hates you and the horror you're putting me through and how horrible the cruelty is and how gross and nasty and vulgar your voyeurism rape is? Why can't you get it? People don't like you because you do that. We're getting the information. You're not. You're told on. You're ratted out. We get this before you do it. Fucktard, not after. Did I hurt your feelings? Did I hurt your feelings? Do you feel the need now to subjugate and beat me down? You're in my state where I live for 9 years, committing one crime after another. You've not lost a thing. I've lost everything I have 2 and 3 and 4 times. You want my car today, right? David, you never shut up about it. You never shut up about it. What pill can we give her? Well, she's a rapid metabolizer, so all she has to do is take a sip and then throw it out. She'll notice something's wrong right away, so she'll never drink enough to kill her. Oh shit, maybe we should have made the syringe thing work. Yeah. How do I know you said that this morning? You disturb people with your cruelty. Charles, get your ass out of here. Go home to your family. Act like a fucking man. And stop embarrassing me. I don't like you. No one does. We're getting the help and you're not. And you act confused about that. And that's even more embarrassing. We're quoting you, you're not quoting us. Even more embarrassing, you're not getting what that means. I have no words for this. None. You don't tell me where I live. Nobody invited you into my life. It's not up to you. You're butting in. My family chose you over me. Go for it. Have them. You can have them. Okay? You can have them. Do not have them call me and tell me anything. I'm not listening. I don't care to hear it. They could have said to me, what do you want? I think they talked about that. Maybe we ought to ask her what she wants because some of his story is bullshit. It's not adding up. Doesn't make any sense. And yet you never did. You welcomed Charles Perry, a child rapist, cop killer, stalker, hacker, voyeur, very cruel man who would put your own family member out on the street and not think twice about it. And you did nothing. Not a fucking thing to stop him. You never went to him and said, that's our family and you're not going to do that to her. Got it? I'm going to go talk to her. I'm going to make sure she has money and a place to stay and you're going to stay away from her. Got it? You never sat me down and said, what do you want? You just decided to welcome Charles into your family and into your home and into your hearts and shove me out so you can have him. I don't want anything to do with any of you. Got it? I have people that gave me stuff like this that I'm good with. We're good. That's who I spent Christmas with when everyone else left me. We laughed. We had a good time. It was fine. The people that get me what everybody just said. Okay? The rest of them don't matter. They weren't there. They kissed your ass. They were your bitch. They welcomed you into their home. They chose you. They can have you. Okay? I don't want any of you. None of you. We're done. We're good. We're done. You did what you had to do. We're good. We're done. So, the guys told you what to do. Charles, if you want, I'm not to call my ex-husband and hear you need to get a job, and you need to come to Texas, and and that's my son, oh my God, no more of that. No more of that. You're to fix the mess that you made, and you're to get the fuck out of my life. However you wish to do that, Charles, I don't want a conversation with you. You don't want one with me either. It's a sting up. I promise you I'd be making sure we got what we needed to convict you, and nothing else would be on my mind but that. You're not all there, are you? You're a job. I'm very good at what I do. Look at this shit we have no one else has. I'm very good at what I do. Do you understand? I've been trained for shit like this. I'll sleep in the streets and I don't give a fuck. If it means at the end of the day you're in jail and you will never hurt anybody again and we relieve suffering caused by your crime, I will do it, and you know that. You too, David. You too, Lucius. It's different this time, and you guys seem confused about that. How? After 9 years of this, how the fuck are you confused about this? Our guys won't call you back. He said I told them through you. Her privacy will not be invaded anymore. You will not contact her or her family again. And she had better not fucking be broke. What would have happened had you listened to him then? We wouldn't have all this. Oh gosh. Whatever would we do? Because a lot of this we got after March 2020 when he said it. Okay? You want to have people be mean to me and berate me for you? Huh? Does that make you get some sick, fucked up thrill? So, the scripts and the role plays and all that stuff, does that give you some sick little high, you weirdo? Huh? Did your mommy humiliate you? And now you gotta take it out on women, other women, seething hatred for women? And you like beating us down, watching us eat vote for me. That's how depraved my mind is. I'll do that. She's gonna leave Oklahoma or she can't finish school. We're quoting that. See, I knew you said that. Right? What planet are you on? What planet are you on? I know you said that. I know what you say every day, all day long. You act like it's the other way around. It is not. It is not. So, the rest of you nutbags, what do you think we're doing with this? You tell us. If it's not for jail, what do you think it is? I'd love to hear that. I mean, you guys make up your own. Gosh, I get $3 million in my account. Why won't Dillard's make my card go through? It's their fault. Right? In your pretend land, isn't that how things work? Isn't that how things work? I don't really have $3 million, but I dream I do. I pretend I do. I'll watch money on my computer on my TV and pretend that's mine. And then when I go to Dillard's and my fucking card won't work because I don't actually have $3 million, it was just all in my head. It's Dillard's fault, right? That's how much sense you make. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, the stuff you people say. We control the flow of information and you don't. You never have and you never will. That is largely because people are extremely disturbed and distraught by your cruelty. Charles, when you contact me, we always get more. Always. Because I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. You were told not to contact me again. You were told I am not to be broke. You get your fucking hands out of my wallet. Okay? You were told to make up for some of that you took. So I can just eat. So that I can just eat. Pay back what you took, at least some of it, so I can just eat. And you said no. Okay, so we found out about the kidnapping because it made everybody mad. Why will he not just stop hurting her? Why? Why is he doing that to her? We hear it constantly. And the next thing we hear you say is, how did she know? How did she find out about that? There's a direct correlation between the two, by the way, dum-dum. And when I say dum-dum, I mean collectively all of you. All of you. I'm not calling a family member. I was told not to. He said it's their turn to call you. And there will be no berating. And there will be no blame it on the kid. Or blame it on some made-up problem that's not even real. And there will be no more. Nothing. Don't blame it on anybody. What can I do? So you have a place to sleep and food to eat. Basic rights and needs. What can I do? Or don't call me the fuck at all. Okay? And that goes for the whole family. Blame it on this, blame it on you. It's best if you just go ahead. No, you don't want what's best for me. You would have helped a long time ago. Don't pretend now they're trying to use you to push me out the door so they can get their money from trafficking me. Don't pretend now you care. Because we all know it's not about that. It's about you be his voice, right? Because you think my family has influence over me, and they don't. They lost that. When they weren't there for me, they were there for you. They wanted you in their life, not me. They made their choice. Then they're stuck with it. They're stuck with it. So my guy said you're not to call family, and oh, please help me. Not this time. The burden's on them. They owe you one. Believe me, they owe you one. And they either take care of the problem, or they don't. Then everyone can live with their choices. But your cruelty gets us information. Every day, all day long. And you seem to like that. Because if you didn't like that, you'd stop. And we don't know what planet it is. What do you think we're doing with this? Gosh, we said is for jail. So you can't do this kind of crap to people ever again. You tell us what you think it's for, if not that. We don't know what the hell goes through your heads. All you had to do is leave me alone. Look how much more we got after March 2020. When you just didn't understand what he said. Charles, so what he said is, I don't repeat myself, then I know the guy's looking for me to call him. So what would happen if I decided to call him is I would say, what did I say in March 2020? Don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her or her family. She better fucking not be broke. Bye. Click. End of it. He's not repeating himself for you, though. He's busy getting shit like, don't go to the airport. They'll kidnap you. They want to give you a drug, but you have a rapid metabolizing system, so you would notice something was wrong this morning. Tell her she has to leave Oklahoma. She can't finish school unless she leaves Oklahoma. All that crap. You said this morning, he's busy getting that. Doesn't have time to repeat himself for you. Okay? So we got this. Kidnapping is a crime, fucktard. You act like you're supposed to get a trophy for this. No. You're rejected. And told on. Because everybody's sick of this. It's disturbing that you would do something like that. But yeah, the guy said, guess what? She didn't give in. She didn't go and she didn't give in. She's digging her heels in. And I am so proud of her. She's got a lot of courage and a lot of faith. And that gives me hope. And the guy goes, well, yeah. But he did make her sleep in her car last night again. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Listen, I gotta throw up, so I gotta let you go. He was very upset. A lot of people feel that way because you're very cruel, and it is not a trophy, bitch. It is not a trophy. It's illegal for a reason, and you make everybody want to throw up on you that you would put me through something like that. How dare you? How dare you? You weren't invited here, and you've come up here, and you have devastated and ruined. And you're one hated son of a bitch. And it's about time you realize that. Okay? About fucking time you realize that. Here's my disclaimer. Not that I need it, Mark. Connecting the dots is what cops are supposed to do with a stalking complaint. Trafficking of women involves stalking. It is a felony to stalk, Charles. It's not a trophy.
Lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude. Yep.
Your cruelty gets us intel. Your unwanted contact gets us intel. It's deviant, it's hideous, we want you to stop it. Stop it. Your interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce is duly noted. Your grand larceny with intent to coerce is duly noted. Your illegal access and use of my electronic devices is duly noted. You'll have to deal with that in your criminal trial. Okay? What do you think we're doing with the intel, Calvin, Lucius, Bedencourt? What do you think we're doing with it? You talked about killing me this morning. We heard you. The Miami plan, the false arrest Miami plan, we heard about that. When you contact me, we always get more. When you cause me a financial loss and I have to sleep in my car, we always get a lot more. It's about time you fucking start figuring that out, how that works. I'm not sure. I don't have puppets and crayons for you. You got an attorney. Ask him to explain it, because I'm done. I'm fucking done with you. I said no. That's my answer. I don't want to talk to you. You don't even make sense. You don't even make sense. It is outrageous that you think I would help you after what you've put me through. You make people literally want to throw up. Okay? I get that you guys on the list of, I'm going to get 25 grand the second he gets her on that plane. That is not my problem. It's illegal to do that, isn't it? We're quoting you too, aren't we? It's about time you start figuring out what it means that we have that. And why we're getting the help and you're not. My guy has no time for this. He will not call you and have this same conversation with you. He's not going to do it. You've seen him, Charles, face to face. He sting up to you and you just didn't know who you were talking to. If he wanted your BioLine money, he would have told you. He's like me, very vocal. He didn't have a problem. He didn't care what people think. He's just exactly like me. I'm going to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and I don't really care what you think. I don't need your approval. You know what else happened in the book of David and Goliath? I'm going to tell that story one more time before I go. And then I have other shit to do. David's coming along. He's a shepherd for his dad. He watched the sheep. His older brothers were at war with the Philistines. A giant was amongst them, and he was taunting, kind of like you. I have power. See my power? Look what I can do and get away with. See my power? I'm the biggest man in the land, and I can crush you like a bug. Why don't you send somebody to fight me? Are you scared or something? Taunting and taunting and taunting and taunting. And David walks up to take his brother's lunch. His dad said, take your brother some supplies and lunch. So he gets his little lunch pail and his supplies thing. And he goes out to the battlefield, and everybody's in armor. And they got their shields, and they got their traditional battle wear. Okay? Like a TPD patrol officer, right? Who has failed miserably at fighting a very wicked force in the state of Oklahoma that people are extremely tired of. All those people, all those soldiers were standing there watching, too afraid to fight Goliath. They were scared. David walks up to his brothers and says, Dad told me to bring this to you. Who is this who defies the armies of the living God, and why are you putting up with this shit? And his brother started giving him a hard time, kind of like my family gives me a hard time. Who do you think you are to fight these people? You're just this little kid. You're not even supposed to be here. And he goes, I'm going to defeat that Goliath. Watch me. Watch me. Watch this. Saul calls for him, Saul the king, and he says, you don't have your traditional battle wear on, so why don't you use mine? He puts the armor on and it doesn't fit right. A TPD patrol officer job would not fit me at all. So he takes it off. This does not fit me at all. And your traditional ways of fighting have not worked. You got a giant here and you got a whole bunch of trained army guys. Not one of them has fought him. He's taunting you. He's defying God. We're people of God. We're his children. We belong to him. He's not happy with this. And you got all 200 guys here who've been trained and they're wearing the traditional armor, and they've done not a fucking thing to remove the threat from society. He's taunting, he's dangerous, and they've done not a fucking thing with all that training and all that traditional armor. Nothing has changed. But I'm gonna change it, but I can't wear that shit. I gotta do it my way. So he goes out to the battlefield, and he takes his rock and his sling and ignores the hurtful words of his family. And he says, he reaches up and he grabs the hand of his God, and he says, let's kill this giant, let's slay the dragon. And he swings that thing around and knocks him right between the eyes, and Goliath fell. And he went and chopped off his head, and they had victory that day because a young man just believed God. God has called me here for such a time as this. I've slain dragons and lions before. I'm not going to do it the traditional way, and I'm not going to fit into your fucking little box. I'm going to do it my way, but I'm going to get it done, and you have not. You and your box did nothing. Maybe made it worse. Maybe made it worse. You're not relieving the suffering caused by the crime. You're not getting to the nitty-gritty of the problem and removing the threat. You don't care. You're either a part of the problem or you're a part of the solution. And at some point, you got to look your kids in the eye and say, this is your legacy, and I will pass it down to you. And I fought for it, and I sweated for it, and I bled for it. But we helped people not hurt anymore. And I'm going to pass that down to you. And it's something you can be proud of, or you can look them in the eye and say, I'm sorry, I have a list of excuses as to why I failed the citizens of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I just let them hurt day after day after day while this wicked force, this Goliath, just beat us all down. I just let it go. I just let him. I was too afraid. You choose every day. You build your legacy one day at a time. And at this point, we've done more than anybody else you know. If it is your children who believe that your dad, who gave his all, his life for the life of another person, was killed in a drunken brawl or committed a crime he didn't commit, would you want your kids to believe that? You treat other people like you want to be treated. What if it was you? Would you want your kids to know the truth? That you were a lawman killed in the line of duty? Or did you want them to think forever that you were just killed in some stupid drunken brawl? Or that do you want your kids to think you are a murderer like Mike, when actually you were giving your all to end suffering caused by crime? I mean, treat those two, Chief Miller and Mike Neely and Lucky Miller. You treat them like you would want someone to treat your family if it was you and you were gone. You look your kids in the eye and you tell them what you did with your life and the legacy you passed on. Or, here's my list of excuses as to why I fucking failed. I was just gimpy and gutless and spineless. And I just put up with it. So, there's that. It's about time, Charles, that you recognize how hated you are, how despised you are, and that's why we get the information and you don't. It's time for you to recognize the situation for you is bad. And stop pretending you have $3 million in your checking account when you don't. And pretending you have a life you do not have.
Leave me alone! Please!
Just talk to me for 2 minutes. First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.